the idea I had to talk about today was, I'm calling it loving the world one smile at a time. So last week, I think only Maria was here, but last week I talked about my experience at that festival I went to, the Star Vibes Campout.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, while I was there, I conducted a little experiment. So I decided ahead of time I was just going to love everyone I met and greet everyone I met with love and openness and acceptance. And it led to a lot of positive experiences, and I had an amazing time at the festival. And because, well, it's a place, an environment like that, people are really receptive to that, because a lot of people are in altered states of consciousness, and it's not like the real world. It's not, because I think in the real world, it's much harder to greet everyone with love. I mean, I still struggle with it. I try sometimes, but I still forget sometimes. For get sucked back into my regular way of my old way of relating to the world, where when I meet someone new, I kind of start off with a little bit of suspicion, evaluating, it's like, can I trust this person? Am I going to get along with them? Are they going to understand me? Or really, I still, the big thing I'm fighting from my youth and childhood is, if I be myself around this person, are they going to make fun of me? And so sometimes I still revert to that when I'm not fully mindful. Um, but even so, I mean, trying to go out in the world, go in the real world, and try to love everyone, accept everyone, that's a tall order, right? I can understand that's like a big jump. And so a way to kind of ease into that, or a smaller step to take towards that, is to just smile at people you see out in the world. Random strangers you see in the store, people, like I go walking a lot at the Arcata Marsh near here, and there's quite a few people on those trails. And so lately I've been experimenting with everyone I see, just smiling at them, or maybe saying hi as well. Because when I used to, I've always done a lot of hiking, and when I used to hike, I used to kind of have the strategy of, when I'm coming up to someone on the trail and we're passing each other, I would kind of like furtively glance at them and see if they're looking at me. And maybe if they make eye contact, if they smile, I would smile back, or if they say hi, I'll say hi back. But I always used to, like, be kind of a little bit standoffish at first and just kind of react to what they were doing. But lately I've been adopting the chance, or the attitude of, I'm going to be the one that smiles first, and I'm going to be the one that says hi first. And so I see this sometimes, coming up on someone, and I'm looking at them, and sometimes they'll look at me, and then I'll say hi and smile. And then some people they start off, they're kind of neutral, right, expressionless. And then when I say hi, then their face lights up and they say hi as well, and it's a nice experience. Some people, when I say hi, they're just kind of like a little surprised, they don't really say anything, and that's cool too. But so this is, and well, some people, I'd say probably at least half people, like, don't even make eye contact, and that's kind of sad. And I think it's kind of sad that, because, well, there's quite a few people on those trails, so I guess it's understandable. Like, it's kind of a hassle to try to smile at everyone, say hi to everyone. I mean, we're busy, right? We got places to be. We're on a walk, got to get some exercise. Can't be smiling at people, But it's kind of heartbreaking that, and even walking around the city streets here, that most people on the city streets here in Arcata, very few people make eye contact. Most people are like looking down, focused on where they're going. And I guess because I'm not sure why, but but people also often seem kind of unhappy when they're walking. A lot of people I pass, they're kind of focused, looking down on their mission to get somewhere. And so I still try to look at people, and if they make eye contact, then I'll smile and say hi. And so it's a way to just kind of go through life, bringing a little bit more love into the world, And I know when I was on the receiving end, when I was going through life and reacting to people. It was nice when people smiled at me and said hi to me. I always thought that was nice. And so now I like the idea that I'm the one bringing that niceness to other people. And so it's just a little small way that we can bring more love into the world. So I mean, imagine if everyone walked around smiling at each other. And some places are like this. When I lived, the small towns I lived in Costa Rica, everyone there smiled at each other and said hi to each other and made eye contact and gave genuine smiles and genuine greetings to each other. So it is possible. It's really nice. It's really, it makes you feel less alone, less lonely in the world. People are just smiling and happy. And so, yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking here in this. I mean, this isn't a very, I live in a pretty small town. I think, I'm not sure what the population is, but it's probably less than 10,000 people. But it's still a lot of people here. I guess it's enough of a city that people have that natural suspicion of other people. And it's just kind of sad that that's our state of being, that when we're around people, because when you hear about like how many people are lonely in the world, how many people are sad in the world, and yet we're all surrounded by people. But for some reason, we feel like we can't connect to those people that are around us because like we're not allowed to for some reason. And so I'm just trying to kind of change that a little bit, just trying to bring love into all of my interactions with people just by smiling, just by saying hi. Because I know it's a big ask to like open your heart to strangers and walk around with an open heart and loving everyone and accepting everyone. I mean, I understand that's a big change and being a big change in attitude. So I invite all of you, just maybe if you think about it, next time you're out in public, just smile at some random people, see what it's like. And if you forget, that's fine. I mean, I still forget sometimes, but just next time you're out in public, just think about smiling at some random person, or in a store. In clerks, oftentimes in clerks at a grocery store or whatever, we're kind of trained that it's kind of sad that since capitalism dominates how we interact with people, there's kind of like, it's supposed to be a business transaction, right? You're supposed to be professional and just like get business done, especially people are busy, so you don't want to take up too much time. So you're just supposed to like, buy your stuff, get through the line so the next person can get through. But I invite you to just consider, if the clerk looks at you, sometimes the clerks don't even make eye contact with you, but if a clerk does make eye contact with you, smile at them, say hi, say, how are you doing? It's just, I think those little small gestures are how we can all bring more love into the world, how we can little by little start to make the world a happier, more loving place.